Alhamdulillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. We have a great treat today, an unboxing that I've really been looking forward to. And this is going to be one of many coming, inshallah, because I just got 14 boxes and some loose books. Alhamdulillah, I want to thank Abi Abdullah, our Sheikh from Utah, for helping me get my hands on many of these books, acquiring them. Alhamdulillah, may Allah reward him. Now, there's a lot of really essential books that we're going to be opening that the Ummah needs to know about. But the first of them is the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari. And this is a new print that right now is the most accurate, the best of the best. This is better than the best. We really need to value the work that the brothers at Bayt al-Sunnah have done in collecting this from the different manuscripts. Before I get into their work and unbox this and show it to you, I just want to talk a little bit about the importance of the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari. Some people think as if a hadith were not recorded until Imam Bukhari came along and then he's the first one to record hadith. That's not true. Before Imam al-Bukhari, there were great scholars of hadith that put together great works, like the Musnad of Imam Ahmad. Imam Ahmad is the teacher of Imam al-Bukhari. Imam Bukhari in his Sahih, he reports hadith from Imam Ahmad. And Imam Ahmad put together the Musnad, an amazing work, a crowning jewel in the works of hadith, a huge work, more than 40,000 hadith, a very essential work. And before him, for example, Imam Malik, he wrote the Muwatta, very early work, an essential work. Alhamdulillah, we have it till today, thanks to his students like Yahya ibn Yahya and Laha Laythi and others who recorded the works from him. May Allah reward them. Now, before Imam Malik even, there was a Zuhri and others before who wrote down a hadith. They were the students of Sahaba that had their suhuf, they had their scrolls that they used to write down. And there is the writing of the Sahaba themselves of hadith during the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ and afterwards. And Imam Ahmad and others, they said, in many of the hadith that we saw the writings of the Sahaba and copied it from them and verified from them. So this has been going on. But what is so special about the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari? What did Imam Bukhari do? He went through all this earlier hadith literature and all that he had memorized, and he chose the best of the best, the highest grade caliber of the reporters of hadith and the best of the wordings of the hadith, and he put it together in a book that by the ijma', by the consensus of the Muslim Ummah today, is Ashal Kitab Ba'd Kitabillah. It is the most authentic book after the book of Allah. The Quran is incomparable. Kalam Allah, the words of Allah, of course preserved perfectly. But after that, in the books of hadith, the most authentic in the chains and wordings is the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari. May Allah reward him and all his teachers and those before him. Now, some people try to cast doubt. Oh no, it's not preserved. Oh, it only comes through one narrator who's weak and so on. Let me just say this. There's only two reasons people do this. Either they're jahil, they're ignorant, they're idiots, they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't done the research, they haven't looked at manuscript, they don't research, they don't know. Or they have ta'assub, they have some kind of partisanship towards their madhab, and they realize that hadith and Sahih al-Bukhari are going to prove that their madhab was wrong, so they want to cast some doubt. Or they have some kind of a ta'assub towards their nafs, they have some partisan towards some desires, they don't want to follow the authentically established sunnah, so they try to put these waswas like shayateen. Inshallah, we're going to clarify those today. How was the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari preserved? First and foremost, through memorizing. There were students who studied from him. 90,000 students studied Bukhari from Imam al-Bukhari. And they took the Sahih al-Musnad from him by memorizing and learning and writing in manuscripts and revising with him. 90,000 students. And that's why we have today more than 2,000 manuscripts in libraries across the world. In Europe, in Africa, in Asia, all over the Middle East, they have, alhamdulillah, manuscripts, because those students would then revise with their students, and they would write it down. But not just the manuscripts, we also have those that memorized and learned and studied and were accredited. They got the ijazah in sanad in the Bukhari, all the way back to Imam al-Bukhari, all the way back to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam from the wahi that came. And this is still going on. I'm going to share with you, inshallah, today my own ijazah. This is a copy of my ijazah, laminated, and this is about me from my teacher, Abu Muhammad Aminullah Peshawari, all the way through his shuyukh, multiple chains going all the way back to Imam al-Bukhari, all the way back to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Alhamdulillah, through many teachers, through many chains, we have this accreditation, and it gets accredited, a test, stamped, shown that once you complete the Sahih Imam al-Bukhari and study it, and your teacher feels that you have preserved this work, they credit you from their teacher, all the way back to Imam al-Bukhari. So through this method, alhamdulillah, the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari has been preserved. But we also have manuscripts, many manuscripts, like I have said. Now, some people try to say they all come through one weak narrator. And before I get into the narrator, I will show you the works of Imam al-Dhahabi in Siyar A'lam al-Nubala when he talks about this particular narrator. And he says about him that he was a muhaddith, a scholar of hadith, thiqa. He was reliable, al-alim, he was a scholar, Abu Abdullah, his kunya is Abu Abdullah, Muhammad ibn Yusuf, ibn Matrin, ibn Salih, ibn Bashrin, al-Farbari. Al-Farabri is one of the early scholars who took the Sahih from Bukhari himself. Farabri is mentioned all over the manuscripts and chains, and he is a very strong narrator. He is called thiqa, alim from al-Dhahabi. But some people act like he is the only one. He's not the only one. There are others who took the Bukhari, from the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari from him himself, and one of them is Ibrahim, that he is Ma'qil al-Nasafi. And I will mention al-Khattabi, the great scholar al-Khattabi in A'lam al-Hadith. What does he say? He says that I revised this all the way back to Imam al-Bukhari from a different chain. And this is, alhamdulillah, regarding Ibrahim ibn Ma'qil al-Nasfi. What does Dhahabi say about him? That he was an imam, he was a leader, al-hafid, a memorizer of hadith, and he was a qadi, a judge, Abu Ishaq al-Nasfi, great scholar as well. Now, and al-Dhahabi, he clarifies, like Farabri, about him, he says about him that he was a rawi of the Jami al-Sahih and Abi Abdullah al-Bukhari, and that he was a reporter who memorized and transmitted the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari from Imam Bukhari himself, and he memorized it and revised it with him marratain, twice. These great scholars, they wrote down manuscripts, and their students copied those manuscripts from them and revised it from them, and there is more than 2,000 around the Muslim world. And what the great scholars of hadith do is they go and when they're going to print Sahih Imam al-Bukhari, for example, this is a print I have from Darul Qalam, it's in 3 volumes. They go and look at these manuscripts and revise with those that have memorized it to see what is the exact wording that should be preserved from Imam al-Bukhari. And there might be some variation. One manuscript, a scholar may have missed a hadith, or one may have written down his own notes. So what they do is they go through all these thousands of manuscripts to produce that which is exactly right. And alhamdulillah, Dar al-Marifa, for example, I have their print as well. I have many prints of Sahih al-Bukhari. Till today, my favorite and the best was Dar al-Tahsil's second Thaba Thaniya of the Sahih Imam al-Bukhari. But, alhamdulillah, today we're going to unbox one that is better than it. What do I mean better? It's not a big difference. Very slight things, but they are more accurate. They went through more manuscripts and revised with those that are specialists in the memorization of Bukhari. And they went through more and they said every single thing to be meticulously exact. So right now, Bayt Sunnah's print, alhamdulillah, is the most accurate print of a Bukhari. If you don't have it, you need to go get this. Okay? Let's open it up, inshallah, and check it out. Bismillah. I'm excited. I actually have not opened this yet. I've seen a PDF and I've gone through it, but I waited for you guys to open it with you. All right. They're packaged in 2 volumes per package within the carton. And the first is a madkhal, a introduction ila Jami' al-Musnad al-Sahih. Amazing. And as I said, I've read a PDF of it. This is an introduction. The whole volume only has 2 things, that and a introduction to the manuscripts that they have used, but it gives you valuable information about the Sahih Imam Bukhari and the different manuscripts and their preservation. Then there is the Fahris, the Ama, the contact, table of contacts generally. So these are here. Let's open it up. Bismillah. I'm so excited. All right. Large volumes, quite big. Excellent print. Let me try to share the print with you. You see the yellow paper, cream paper, clear print, lots of research presented. Looks amazing. Wow, this is one thing I love that I saw in the PDFs. They have charts, graphs to help you understand. I'm a very visual learner. So for me, I love that. Now, let's look at the actual Sahih Imam al-Bukhari. These were introductions and table of contents. So again, like I said, it is in 6 volumes, not including the 2 intro. So those altogether being 8. And there are other large, well bound, well printed. Let's open it up. See, I was so excited, but I waited just for you guys. So this is the second volume. Let's start with the first volume. Yeah? Let's open it up. Now, one of the things I think they've done an amazing job of is at the end of every hadith, they give you blank lined paper for you to be able to take your notes. So that's amazing. If you're studying the Sahih Imam al-Bukhari, this is the best print I would suggest. It's got the hadith, it's got a lot of explanation, a lot of research about it, and then it has room for you to be able to take your own notes. So, alhamdulillah, it even gives you scans of not the whole thing, but some of the original manuscripts to let you appreciate the history of the work. Alhamdulillah, as I said, it's in 8 volumes altogether, 6 of them that collect the ahadith and the Sahih Imam al-Bukhari, and the 2 in the early one of them being introduction, one of being a table of content. Alhamdulillah, great work that we can benefit from with the ummah. If you are a fan of the works of hadith, as I am, I highly suggest you get this work. So we can benefit from the most accurate and reliable prints, and lots of research has gone behind going and flying to different countries. I read the introductions in the PDF, and it talked about it and how they collected and how they revised with those who had memorized al-Bukhari to make sure that they have put together the most accurate and reliable prints of this valuable work. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them, and may Allah allow us to benefit spiritually and academically from this work. Alhamdulillah, here we are all together, the best of the best, most accurate print of Sahih al-Bukhari. It is printed by Bayt al-Sunnah.